What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Guys, we're back here in Denmark exploring Copenhagen. I decided to check this one out. As you know, I'll be visiting Denmark and Sweden. I'm flying into Denmark first, in Copenhagen. But then I'm going to Sweden, going to do a little bit more in Sweden, then finish off in Copenhagen just because I fly out of Copenhagen, so it wouldn't make no sense to go around Copenhagen, go to Sweden, just to go back to Copenhagen. So once I get in Copenhagen, got a few options of trains that people have sent me to take, go straight to Stockholm, visit a few days, then finish off in Copenhagen. So I still want and gonna have time to explore Copenhagen. So yeah, I came up channel Nordic Adam. He got to explore Copenhagen, a locals travel guide. So this is what we checking out. Shout out to my guy Nordic Adam. Yeah. So first time. I'm a little nervous, but then I have days where I can't wait. But we here. That time is coming. I'll be there. Dang. Thinking like 3 weeks. I think I got 3 weeks left to prepare and do everything. So, but let's check this out.
When you visit a new place like Copenhagen, there's this balance of wanting to see all the famous tourist attractions, but also finding the hidden gems and trying to see the city a bit like a local. So I think the best of both worlds is to ask a local friend, if you had to show someone around the city for a few days, where would you take them? And I'm gonna be that friend for you. My name is Adam and I like to travel and make videos.
Adam.
And today I'm gonna show you how to travel Copenhagen like a local.
Dang, this already look nice. I can't wait.
Copenhagen is the capital of Denmark and is home to around 650,000 people. And the first travel tip I'll give you today
This
is
the main
about
place I want. This the main place I want to just walk and see, just because it's like I can identify and know that I'm in Denmark when I see this. I know, if I was doing GeoGuessr or something, if I see these, I already know without the flags too. Just because of the buildings. I know those buildings
if
well
you
now.
can, aim for May through September. Copenhagen is just a completely different city during the warmer months. And I'll be honest, the city can be a bit sad, gray and cold the rest of the year. But I also think that's part of what makes those few warm months extra special here.
Facts.
As we've been in the cold darkness for so many months. Now, December can also be quite nice though if you're looking for a beautiful Christmas vibe. Pretty much everyone here speaks great English and you can pay with your credit card everywhere. No real need to take out any cash.
Now, you should probably rent a bicycle.
It's
the way to get around in Copenhagen. I mean, I think I'm like...
I don't even know if I can... Since I had knee surgery, I don't even know if I can ride a bike. I need to try that.
28?
I think I've seen this area before. And it's been a minute since I've done Denmark. But I feel like I've seen this area a couple of times.
Located
just
right
looking at
next
that
to
trail.
the zoo. And from inside the gardens you can ride. Our next stop is to head down Frederiksberg Allé, which is basically a large avenue that connects the gardens and the castle to the city center of Copenhagen. This is probably my favorite street in all of Copenhagen. It gives some real Parisian vibes. And a little fun fact about this road or avenue is that when it was built about 300 years ago, it was built to connect Copenhagen to the king's new...
Oh, okay. I didn't know they did that in Denmark too. I've seen it done before. I knew they did this in Sweden. I didn't know they did. Did I? They do something different. I guess they do something different because Norway has a different one they do. They have the buses. And I seen that just on the show. Also for Norway, yeah. I forgot what it was called. It's been a minute. I forgot. I didn't finish the season on that too. Dang.
Summer residence, the Frederiksberg Castle that we just visited. And for many years, the whole road was locked off, so only the king and his court could use it, which I find kind of funny. Now it's a pretty expensive residential area. There's also a bunch of theaters here and quite a few restaurants.
Now, finding a place around here to have lunch could be a pretty great idea. I'll instead show you what you should be ordering for lunch here in Copenhagen. well, in Denmark in general.
Definitely like to eat.
But instead of going to a restaurant and actually ordering it myself, I will now go home and make it myself.
Definitely need something to eat.
Alright, so I've made it back home, and the dish that I recommend you try while here in Denmark is called smørrebrød. It's basically rye bread with stuff on top.
I heard of that.
So this is actually what I have been eating for lunch pretty much my entire life. Now, I don't suggest that you go and make smørrebrød yourself.
I've seen this a lot. And I've seen stores, when I look at certain video, they have stores that sell it. But they put a lot of toppings on their
self at your hotel or wherever you're staying. But at least you'll get an idea of what it is. And again, how the locals do it. So we're basically just putting on some kind of butter here, fake cheese, some salami. Now with the salami, you want to put remoulade. And what I suggest that you do is to go out and find a great smørrebrøds restaurant. So basically a restaurant that specializes in making this. Then it'll look a bit more like this. And it'll be a lot more delicious. What I got here is the budget version.
What is that? That look like steak on one, chicken, maybe potatoes. I didn't know you could do all that.
I'll enjoy my lunch, and after that we'll head towards the city center.
That look good though. I wouldn't mind that at all.
I'll park the bike here at Rådhuspladsen, the City Hall Square, as it's a pretty centrally located spot from where we can easily reach all the other attractions.
Oh, I've seen this area all the time.
We'll just start walking.
Just walking everywhere.
Now, the first thing to do
might have to
here
use
is
my
really just to walk.
I might have to use my GPS. Sometimes I'll be like, will I get lost? But I don't think, I got GPS, I shouldn't get lost,
Now, the first thing to do here is really just to wander the streets and get a little bit lost and check out all the beautiful buildings and great shops.
And then he said, go ahead and get lost so you can run into those hidden gems, basically.
When you get lost down the gorgeous streets and alleyways, you might come across a place like this, one of Copenhagen's oldest stores, a tea shop which opened all the way back in 1835.
Dang.
When we're done window shopping, it's time to head over to Gammel Strand to get our first glimpse of the Copenhagen canals.
Ooh. The water looks fresh. Some fresh water.
There's a lot going on here. And if you look below water, you might be able to spot the underwater statue, Agnete and the Merman.
What? Agnete and the Merman?
Underwater statue, Agnete.
That's my first time hearing about that and seeing that. I've just been seeing the Little Mermaid. That's pretty nice. That's pretty cool.
On the opposite side of the canal, you can't help but notice the enormous Christiansborg Palace. It was home to the royal family for 800 years, but now it houses the Danish Parliament. You can buy a ticket and tour around the old rooms and get a real sense of the royal history.
That's nice.
Easy to miss, but worth a visit is Bibliotekshaven, which sits quietly just around the corner from Christiansborg Palace. It's a beautiful and calm garden where you can catch your breath after all the walking we've already been doing.
And if you have your bicycle, it's really easy to get between all of the...
I can just imagine, because I know my Danish, my Swedish is not perfect, so I'll be the type, I'll have to ask somebody, how do you properly pronounce this? Because I'll be trying to pronounce things, and sometimes it sounds good, and sometimes it don't.
These locations here. And the same with public transportation, you can easily get to places that are very close by. And if you want to get in your 10,000 steps, it's also very possible to just walk between all of these places here.
No trip to Copenhagen would be complete without a visit to the picturesque Nyhavn. A colorful building date all the way back to around the 1680s, when the harbor was busy with sailors and traders. Now it's probably Copenhagen's biggest tourist magnet, and it's a great place to grab something to eat, or if you want to do like the locals, get a sandwich and a beer and enjoy the scenery sitting by the canal. If neither of those lunch options are for you, I might have what you need. Walk towards the end of Nyhavn on the right side of the canal and cross the bridge you see here. Once across, you'll get to this little area which is called Broens Gadekøkken, and it's basically a small selection of great street food and drinks. Next, we'll head over to Ophelia Plads, which is another great place to just...
I've seen this. I've seen these areas. I did some. I know I did summer Swedish walks and summer Denmark walks, Copenhagen walks, and Stockholm. I meant, and this place. I've seen this place. Pretty nice. Hopefully, that's my hopes. The things that I see, I hope to see them in person. That's my goal. That's my goal that I'm going for.
Chill out with a drink and
to
relax.
See them in person.
And it offers a great view of the Royal Danish Opera House. If we keep walking just a few minutes down by the water, we'll make it to Amalienborg Palace, which is the current home to the Danish royal family. One of the cool things to see here is the changing of the royal guard, which happens every day at around 11:30 or 12 a.m.
Okay. I think everybody do the change of guards around that time.
Sits the gorgeous Marmorkirken, the marble church. It's a beautiful church, and you can freely enter and see the just as beautiful insides. Now from here, we are not that far away from the Little Mermaid, which, to be honest, I think is quite underwhelming. But since it's really close, we might just have a look. And what is perhaps the most enjoyable is to watch all these other tourists trying to get as close as possible
get a picture
to this
with the Little
tiny
Mermaid
statue. But it is worth coming out this way, because just around the corner from the Little Mermaid, we can head into Castellet, or the Citadel. It's an old fortress that was a part of Copenhagen's defenses, and now it houses military personnel and is freely open to the public to enjoy the scenery and walk the banks. Not far from Castellet, we'll find Nyboder. These rows of old yellow houses are pretty beautiful, and they were constructed to house the Danish Navy and Army, and still to this day do just
that. Still house them? Oh, okay.
Our next stop is Kongens Have, the King's Garden, the oldest royal gardens in Denmark. Laid out in the 1600s, it's now a pretty popular place for a picnic.
Nice.
But we are here to check out Rosenborg Castle, which sits right beside it. You can enter the castle, which has a beautiful museum and is also home to the Danish crown jewels.
Dang. Yeah, that's going to be nice to see. Look at this beautiful garden.
Right. I am getting hungry.
Get on your own boat and drive it.
And check out.
I'm pretty sure that's pricey. Wonder how much that costs to get your own boat.
Can't forget about Tivoli, the old amusement park in the middle of Copenhagen.
Oh, we have this ride. They just call it the Superman at Six Flags.
With a visit, if you have the time, dollars on.
Makes sense. That's how it is here. This seems like they have more than what I have in my
expensive, unique.
Oh, I've seen this one. Yeah,
you can pay around $10 to climb the spire and get a great view of the city.
That's too high. I'm afraid of heights. But that would be nice though.
Another popular thing to do in Christianshavn is to visit the famous Freetown Christiania.
Oh yeah,
it has a super fascinating history of being sort of an independent hippie community within the city of Copenhagen. I certainly recommend you learn more about Christiania if you're interested, as I could easily fill a whole video just about this place.
Yeah, remember that for sure.
Thanks a lot for letting me show you around Copenhagen, and please let me know if you found this video helpful. And I guess the only thing that's left to say is that you should enjoy your trip to Copenhagen. See you in the next one.
This was nice. I'm gonna have to find that one next. I'm gonna have to do that one next, right there. Knowing where to stay in Copenhagen. But no, this was good. I enjoyed this. Like I said, I'm looking for the best ways to just like go on an adventure and just explore. Don't really have to go and spend lots of money. That's not my goal. But to just see everything that I've seen here on film, you know, that would be nice to do, and just be able to be there. Just being there is going to be the experience by itself. But, you know, I think that's gonna make the trip amazing. But no, I enjoyed this. Definitely can't wait to visit Copenhagen when that time comes. But as for now, that's all I have. Y'all hit that subscribe button, send out those recommendations. Y'all be blessed, be the best, and be you. I'm out.